The night stretched on like a blanket of thick silence. Obi and I sat in the dark, both of us too afraid to speak. My heart pounded in my chest, but I couldn't tell if it was from fear or something else. I could feel the tension building between us, thick as the air before a storm. And then, the hiss came again. Hisses. This time, it was closer, much closer. I turned to Obi, but he was already on his feet, his hand shaking as he reached for the door. "What is it? What's happening?" I asked, my voice trembling. Obi didn't answer. He just opened the door, his face pale and haunted. Standing in the doorway was the old woman, the one who had warned me about the river. Her eyes were glowing with something unnatural, and her smile was too wide, too knowing. "I told you the river doesn't forget," she said softly, her voice carrying an eerie calmness. "It's calling for what it gave. I warned you." I froze, a chill running down my spine. My stomach twisted. "What do you mean? What does it want? How did I get caught up in something I never bargained for?" I asked, barely able to find my voice. She didn't answer immediately. Instead, she stepped inside, her presence filling the room like a shadow. Obi tried to stop her, but it was like he didn't have the strength to stop what was happening. He just let her in. "The river has taken what belongs to it, the bargain made even before your existence," the old woman said, her eyes never leaving me. "And if you do not act, it will take more than just the child." The room seemed to close in around us. What more could it want? I whispered, my heart thundering in my chest. The old woman stepped closer. "It wants a life for a life. And it is not satisfied with just what you've offered. The river has tasted your prayer, and now it demands the truth. The truth is, your child was never meant for you. It was meant to return to the river, just as the bargain before your existence. Your mother gave a life so that you could live. She exchanged a life for yours, and she took an oath passing it down generations. The river gave what it owns, but now it will collect what is its own." The words hung in the air like a terrible omen. "No," Obi said, his voice shaking with anger. "This is madness. We owe the rivers nothing. My mother-in-law's bargain has no hold over our lives. We will not do anything. We are not making deals with spirits." 8 years of pain, fervent prayers, mockery, sorrows, and sleepless nights. We waited for 8 years. Where were the rivers in our times of struggles and pains? The woman's eyes flashed, dark and knowing. She reached into her wrapper and pulled out something small. It was a dark, shiny object. She placed it in my palm. It was a small, black stone, smooth and cold, as if it had been pulled straight from the river. "This stone will lead you to where the river waits. It will show you what you must do. But only if you are brave enough to follow." I closed my hand around the stone, feeling its coldness seep into my skin. The moment I touched it, a sharp pain shot through me, like something was tearing inside my chest. I gasped, stumbling back. Obi caught me just in time. "Obi," my voice cracked, but I couldn't explain. There was something wrong. Something had changed inside me. The old woman didn't wait for us to say anything more. She turned and walked out of the room as quietly as she had entered. I looked at Obi, his face full of concern, but also fear. "What did she mean by the truth?" he asked softly. "Why did you feel that?" I didn't know how to answer. The stone in my hand felt heavier, like it was pulling me somewhere. Somewhere I didn't want to go. The night grew darker, colder, as if the world itself was holding its breath. The morning came too quickly, and yet the weight of the night pressed down on me like a mountain. Obi didn't speak much, his thoughts lost somewhere deep inside him. I knew he was as scared as I was, but neither of us wanted to admit it. The stone sat in the palm of my hand, burning into my skin as if it had become part of me. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched, by something I couldn't see. "Obi," I said, my voice trembling, "I have to go to the river. I have to know what's happening. I have to understand." He turned to me, his face pale. "You don't know what you're asking. It's dangerous. I don't trust her. We don't know what we're dealing with. But I can't stop you. Just be careful." I nodded, though the words felt empty. I didn't know if I was being brave or foolish. I walked toward the river, the stone in my hand like a cold weight that wouldn't let go. With every step, the air grew heavier. The sound of the river was louder now, almost calling out to me. And then, when I reached the edge, something strange happened. The water, usually clear and flowing, was now still. It looked dark, almost black, as if something had tainted it. A low hum filled the air, and I felt the ground beneath me tremble. I knelt by the water, holding the stone over the river. The moment I did, the water began to stir. Slowly, at first, and then faster. The hum grew louder, almost like a voice, whispering something I couldn't understand. "Return what is mine," I gave without hesitation. "Or more would be taken." Suddenly, the river surged. The water reached up, as if trying to pull me in. I stumbled back, heart racing. But just as quickly, it pulled back, leaving behind a faint, glowing light in the water. I gasped. In the light, I saw something. A shape. A figure. It was the child. I blinked. It couldn't be. But the shape was real. It was there. And as I watched, the figure in the water began to fade, like smoke disappearing into the air. "Obi!" I screamed, but it was too late. The ground beneath me cracked. The river began to rise, water pouring out like it was alive. The child was never gone. It was never lost. It had been waiting for me. I thought aloud. I backed away in shock, my eyes darting to the river's edge. But then, something unexpected happened. The glowing light returned, this time brighter and more intense. The figure wasn't disappearing, it was emerging. Slowly, with a strength I couldn't comprehend, its eyes, full of mysteries, met mine. "You've returned what was taken. And now, it is time for the cycle to end." The stone in my hand crumbled to dust, vanishing with the wind. The air around us felt lighter. The river, once ominous, now hummed with a soothing melody. I was free. From the bargains I know nothing of. From the oaths and sacrifices made even before my existence. In that moment, I understood. The bargain had been broken, the debt paid. But the price was not just in the river's demand. The truth had set me free. The river's story is finally over, but was it really the end? What does freedom from such a hidden debt look like? Could it be that something deeper than we understand is always watching, waiting for us to pay the price? If you follow this journey, you know the truth. Sometimes we don't see the weight of our actions until the cycle breaks. Please, my lovelies, subscribe to my channel Tales by P to stay in the loop and be the first to hear what happens next. Did the river truly let go, or is there more to uncover? Comment below with your thoughts. What do you think the river was really after? And don't forget to hit the notification bell for more hooking and interesting stories. It's all love from here.